Alright guys, so here we are, hatchback today. On today's video, I'm going to try to install a trunk light using only these pieces of equipment. Psych, it's on. I'm Jay, and this is Project Goodspeed. Let's get started. Guys, now this is the only equipment I think I'm gonna need, but I'm not entirely sure. So I've got 18 gauge wire here. I've got a added circuit that I picked up from O'Reilly's. Pretty straightforward. I managed to pick this up at the junkyard, and I think it should work fine. I mean, got a light bulb in it. I checked, it also fits in my hatchback. I just picked it up because I thought it could fit. It looked about the right size, and I was right. So if you're looking for this, I would recommend looking at the Integras, because the EGs only have this, I think, if it's an SI model, but I'm not too sure. And mine is definitely not an SI. So I'm gonna be using this wire to lead my 18 gauge wire through some difficult parts, because I do not want to remove my panels. Since this is wiring stuff, I am really not good at it. I don't try it because I don't have a multimeter and I don't know what I'm doing. So it's very easy to just mess up or cause a short or get the fuses wrong or something. I don't know, it's just so much can go wrong. I don't like to mess with it, but this looks pretty straightforward. It's got two wires, and I believe the white and red one is the power and the green is the ground. There are a few ways you could do this, I guess. One is you could actually just install this and splice this wire into a power and this one into a ground, and then that'll essentially just give you power to the light bulb. So when you flick it on, it should turn on, and when you turn it off, it should stay off. But that's not what I'm trying to do. What I want to do is I want to have this light turn on every time that I open my hatch. I want it to come on. In order to do that though, that's where the inline fuse holder comes in place. Now this inline fuse holder holds two fuses essentially. One for the OEM accessory and the other one for the new accessory that you're adding. You pull it out and replace it with this one, and then you just put the 10 amp fuse into the new slot. Now there should be two. One of them is A and B depending on what size you get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove my 10 amp fuse, and I'm gonna find a place to install this so that I can get power to my trunk light. We can pull our fuse panel diagram here and locate a fuse. Now I'm not too sure which one I'll need. I think I was reading online that a 10 amp fuse would work. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a 10 amp fuse. Headlight, no, I don't want to use those. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to be using this 10 amp fuse for the tail light, instrument light, and the license light. Now you do want to disconnect the battery anytime you're dealing with electrical stuff, so let's take this out, and now we can start plugging stuff in. Before I install this, I know it does matter which way it goes. I'm not sure if it goes this way or this way. So I've installed it now. Unfortunately, it dangles a little too low. Hopefully I could just tie it down and force it this way. So before I go ahead and install the fuses, I'm just gonna leave it as is right now, and then I can go and install the fuses later once I've got everything wired up. So the next step, to remove this panel here. So I managed to get this off, and our next step is actually to find out the length that I'm gonna be needing of the wire. So now that we managed to open it up and expose it, you can see our wiring inside this box here. I managed to cut out the sizing of the wire that I need. I don't actually have the tool to crimp this. So what I'm gonna be doing is, and I've never done this before, so I'm just gonna insert it here and see how much wire I have to strip. And then I'm gonna be using cutters, I think, in there. See, hopefully that doesn't damage it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, that didn't work out the way I thought it did. I'm just gonna smash it together Maybe that works. Okay, so this is now our power wire. All right, so now that I've attached our inline fuse holder, actually I should probably just plug it in so I know exactly how much room I have. Right there, let's give it a little leeway here so that I can zip tie it later. And now I can start hiding it in between our little wire hiders here. Now here comes the tough part because I do not want to remove my quarter panel here. So I'm inside. Look, it's disgusting in here. All the dust buildup. There's no AC in this Civic, so you know you have to roll with the window down because it's hot here in California. Let's see. I'm gonna remove this panel here. Look, nice, quick, easy access. Damn this Honda. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a wire through down here, and hopefully I can hook this wire and just feed it up. I don't see it. Oh, it's over here. I'm just gonna pull back a little bit. Where is it? Now, I'm gonna just start pulling. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck on anything. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. No, something always goes wrong. Damn it, I looped it around my freaking seatbelt. Ah, okay. It seems like I can never get any of these installs done in the first try, man. What the fuck? Okay, take two. All right, guys, so now that we've got our power wire leading through here, next comes the difficult part because I have to find a green and black wire amongst all these green ones. This would really suck if you were colorblind. You've got a green with a white stripe and some brown marks. You've got green one with silver marks. I read online it's a green one with a black stripe. So here it is. I'm gonna just splice this one. Hopefully it's the right one and I don't have to do it again. All right, so I'm just realizing that unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to do this just splicing and soldering because if I mess up, there won't be enough length for me to fix my mistake. So I'm gonna go to the store real quick and pick up some splicing little clips. So I managed to stop by the store and pick these up. Quick splice. Now I was gonna splice it down there and have the wire running up. However, I don't want to have two separate wires coming from two different locations. It makes it a little difficult when I try to wrap it around the this little wire protector thing. And I'm gonna attach it to this green one with the black stripe. All right, let's see if this works. So now we have two wires leading out, which will help us complete our circuit for installing our trunk light. So everything is wired up now, and before I actually solder this and make it look nice and clean and put everything back, I'm gonna go ahead and test it out first to make sure it actually works. And now, let's see if this works. Okay, no, it is not. Maybe I have to turn the car on. All right, as you can see, headlight unit is on. Let's try this now. Nope, nothing. Now, I know I mentioned that there is a specific way these are supposed to go, so maybe I just put it in wrong. Let's rotate it and find out. Okay, let's try this again. Come on. Nothing. Damn it, what a bust. Take 3 with the car on and the fuses switched the other way. Come on. Oh, why won't you turn on? What is wrong with you? Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I've got the wrong ground wire. I'm gonna just ignore that part over here and just start messing with these here. It's much closer and that is very difficult to actually clip on there. Maybe once I figure out the right color on this one, I'll move it over there.
One debt to society later.
Oh, man, that took way too long. It took at least 2 hours, but I finally figured it out, and here's how we do it. Apparently my inline fuse holder was in the wrong place, so I decided to put it in the tail light instrument light, and it didn't work out because this was a 10 amp and I switched it over to the dome light. So essentially when the dome light is on, it basically has the same settings. If your door is open, then the light turns on, and if it's closed, then it stays off. Also, you have the option to manually turn them on and off. Another issue I had is my dome light actually never turned on, which was another issue I wanted to address, and I thought it was all electrical wiring and shorting going on under here because this hatchback has a lot of electrical tape holding the wires together, but it turns out I just had the fuse in the wrong place, and now that my door is open, my dome light turns on. So once I took out the fuse holder from the wrong place and essentially just put it to the dome light fuse and added a new fuse, I managed to get my dome light to turn on when I opened the door. And when I pop the trunk, the little light comes on. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Look, this is as OEM as it gets. Look, off, and then I pop the trunk, light comes on. Boom, success. Let me go ahead and just turn this off. Okay, so it's just spliced on it together very lazily because I have to solder it. Look at all these green wires. Every forum on there says the green wire, and there's so many wires. I tried so many different combinations here. So essentially, if you get this from an Integra, look, you can see here, the green wire is a lot thinner. So, and all these are pretty thick, except for the one I used. Look, you got your green and white, green and yellow, green and black, green and white again, and then black and green, and this is just solid green. That's the one you want. So now that I figured out the right connection, I'm gonna solder this up and clean everything up and put it right back together so we can get the final look. And then finally, we have our trunk light installed. And just look at all the wiring mess. Oh boy. All right, guys, finished up the Civic. Let's take a look. Can you guys see it? Oh no, I turned it off. Idiot. Psych, it's on. So now, not only does our dome light work, but look, we can get our cargo light to turn on. Sweet. Check it out. Finally installed. Now, admittedly, I know it's not that bright. Check it out. No light, lamp is off, no shadow, and we can see here. Yeah, that essentially, it's pretty much, non-existent, but it looks cool, and if it's pitch black outside, I imagine that would definitely help. But hopefully I can install some LED lighting on there to make it look brighter and less yellow. A nice whiter tone would be better. And with that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you guys found this informational, and that's gonna be it. I'm Jay, this is Project Goodspeed, and I hope you guys have a great day.